Welcome everyone to the L7C podcast, Superhero Edition. Today we are back with our Superman review. We are back here with the captain. How are you doing today, sir?
Hey, I'm great. It's been a great weekend full of content, Yu-Gi-Oh, wrestling. Man, it's been a great weekend. And of course, Superman.
Yes, and Superman, the big one that just came out this weekend, and we are here on the Sunday of opening weekend to talk about Superman. Uh, Byron, we've been talking about this for a bit because
Mm-hmm.
this was the first we talked about a couple years ago. This was the first movie in the James Gunn era.
Mm-hmm.
Starting off with Superman. So there's a lot riding on it, universe building, all of that. Uh, man, we finally saw it. Took some years. We finally got here. I remember, I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
it was a DC fandom or whatever it was when James Gunn said the first thing is gods and monsters, if you remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're announcing this slate, and we're here now. So now that we've seen, how do you feel?
I feel great after
Okay.
seeing it. I saw it Thursday, opening night after I got off work. I went to go see it. I think the theater was like half full because it was six when I went to go see it. So probably a lot of people saw it later, like 9 o'clock shows. But man, for the first movie of the James Gunn era, it was fantastic. I have no complaints as I could think of, but as I stated on the last part, I was pretty excited about it. The trailers were good. Like we said, it was the first movie in James Gunn's DC. First Superman movie since Man of Steel. So the hype was there, and like I said, I think it delivered. That story, action, humor were all good. There were some emotional moments in there too. So I think it was a well-rounded movie. I talked about on the last podcast, like I really wanted to see how David did as Superman, Clark Kent. I think he did well, and I think Nicholas Holt. I think he did a really, really good job as Lois.
Yeah, so I was able to see it Saturday morning, and I was actually shocked because my time was an 11 a.m. and there was a good amount of people there for an 11 a.m. showing. I was shocked when I saw more and more people coming in for 11. I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But what I really liked, and James Gunn has said it, he said there's three origins that don't need to be done on movies anymore. Like the scenes like Batman's parents dying,
Mm-hmm.
Krypton exploding, and Spider-Man getting bit with the spider. We all know how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like the way that how he did it. Quick thing, 3,000, and it was all in threes. 3,000 years
Mm-hmm.
ago, first metahuman. Three this. Then 30 years ago, Superman landed. Then this Superman debuted to the world, and three this, and then three
Mm-hmm.
minutes he just lost his first match, and
Mm-hmm.
I so I was like, all right, that's a quick little thing, got us all in, and because his universe it wasn't an origin story, Superman's already been established for a couple of years, and
Mm-hmm.
man, I really liked the movie. Like I was just like, okay, that's what we're doing. This is what we're doing, and like you've already brought Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor, man, what a generational hater.
Generational hater. He was
Like,
basically hating for the love of the game, man.
but it was anyone who hate like it's the fact that there's anyone now. Try and have not as much spoilers as possible, but also want you to go see the
Mm-hmm.
movie. But the fact that Lex Luthor had a whole jail in a different dimension. Yes, Lex Luthor had a jail in a different dimension of
Mm-hmm.
people who hated, who did something wrong to him, and he put him in there is absolutely absurd. From ex-lovers
Absolutely.
to anything. That is
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Yeah, had a whole pocket universe that he created from his genius
Uh-huh.
to one enslave people who, like you said, done wrong. Like, yeah, this ex girl because she wrote a bad article about him, and then of course, he throws Superman in there, and then it's like it's literally a bunch of people in that
Mhm.
pocket universe and his holding cells. It's wild.
Anyone who's wronged him. and like from publicists in the factor, and then metahumans itself, like it's crazy in there.
Hmm.
But the premise of obviously like him hating Superman and him trying to ruin Superman and the ways that he does about it, and I'm not going to spoil as much, but it was just pure genius. Like you're just like, what the heck?
Pure genius. Like he really thought of a way to beat Superman, and he almost succeeded.
He did. He did. He would have succeeded if Superman was not alone in this and didn't
Hmm.
get the help from people. If he didn't get the help, obviously from Lois Lane. If he
Hmm.
didn't
She
get the
was an
help,
integral part.
I mean, shoot, if he didn't get the help from Jimmy Olsen.
Hmm.
And it was good to have Jimmy have a role in this because people were really mad because remember in the last iteration, Jimmy just he just got killed in BVS at the beginning. That was his only part, and that was it.
Yeah,
He
I
had
like the
no
first 20
role.
minutes. But this Jimmy definitely played an integral part in Superman beating Lex Luthor. Like without him, Superman probably may not have succeeded the way he did.
Without him, Superman's dead
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they wouldn't even know where Superman was at if it wasn't for Jimmy.
Hmm.
Jimmy and his connect, who you'll find out how Jimmy has a way with people, but obviously it wasn't
Oh,
just
he has a
those.
way with women.
Yeah, with women. Yeah, it's but obviously those two were not the only people who helped. They helped on the side. We also had the Justice Gang.
Hmm.
No, there's an official name with Green Lantern, Mr. Terrific, and Hawk Girl, funded by
Hmm.
Maxwell Lord. That was shown,
Yes,
and those three, obviously, when this was first debuted, everyone's just like, "Really, this is the heroes we're putting in this?" Mr.
hmm.
Terrific. Uh, Not even John
Green.
Stewart or Hal
Yeah, Guy
Jordan,
Gardner, Green
Guy
Lantern.
Gardner, really, and Hawk Girl. Okay, but hey, man, those three did really well.
He did really well. I think the star out of those three is probably Mr. Terrific.
Oh yeah, yeah, 1,000,000%, Mr. Terrific. I'm just actually getting something ready to send on because a big, where the hell, what? It was a big thing that just happened in the wrestling that just happened. So shout out to our girl who's gonna get a title shot at Class of Paris. Stephanie. Shout out to her.
Stephanie, shout out to Stephanie Vaquer.
But no, Mr. Terrific was great. I also, for people who don't know, and it was as the MJ meme said, the actor took it personal.
Hmm.
Because if people don't know, that actor who plays Mr. Terrific, he was an X-Men First Class.
Hmm.
And he's talked about how X-Men First Class wronged him, and they're like, oh, they're not gonna kill him first because that's kind of cliche. The black guy really dying first.
Hmm.
And he has superpowers. He's supposed to be indestructible, but he's the first one to die. And Fox is like, "Oh no, we'll get you your lip back." Pretty much, that term wasn't a term back then, but that was pretty much the end. And Fox
Hmm.
never fulfilled it. And Gunn gave him the opportunity to be Mr. Terrific here, and he killed it, man.
He absolutely killed it. Yeah, and X-Men First Class, I always was upset about the way he died because he's supposed to be a his character is Darwin. He has the power to basically change and survive, adapt and survive. And they literally killed him during the big mansion fight with Shaw. And so I'm glad he got his lick back in this movie. He did fantastic. There was a point where I thought he was about to die. I was like, please, not again, but he survived the movie, and I'm glad. Hopefully, we see him in the next iteration of the Superman. There was talks about him and Jimmy Olsen getting their own spinoff series. We'll see if that happens, but I'd watch a Mr. Terrific spinoff series for sure.
Oof. I'll get back to that. But first, yes, he was fantastic. Green Lantern, I mean, he was great because it was just like, man, I didn't. When he shows up near the end and you see him going
Hmm.
crazy, you're just like, wow. Like they're all really good. Hot Girl was really good as
Hmm.
well. Like that group was very interesting. The fact that that's the Justice Gang, and those are the three that are picked, and
Hmm.
obviously I will spoil because one of the shows connected. I will spoil one cameo when a big plot in the thing where Superman made is getting the smear campaign going through with him.
Hmm.
John Cena, or because it's John Cena. John Cena's peacemakers on a talk show talking about like, oh yeah, I never trusted that Superman and all that. So seeing that, I was just like, what the heck? But nah, man, James Gunn with the plot twist of Superman's biological parents, that was very ballsy because that is
It
not true.
was.
That is not a comic. Like that was his thing, and that was a very ballsy thing to do. Even I was shocked. I was just like, is this what we're doing?
I was shocked too, but I wasn't upset with the choice either. Sometimes you have to take bold choices, and I think the way the movie ended kind of played off that bold choice.
Yes, it did pay off, but I was just still like, man, is this what we're really doing? Like, oof. Okay, okay. All right, this is what we're doing. But it all worked out in the end. I just think Lex's hate for Superman, and you see how his hate for Superman, you see the lengths he's willing to go,
Uh-huh.
literally is willing to let a universe destroy the planet just as that's how much he hates
Yeah,
Superman.
because his pocket universe is about to destroy Metropolis, and they're like, "Bro, we gotta turn this off." He's like, "Nah, bro, not till the job is finished." Basically.
And he said that um whatchamacallit, he said they'll stop the universe from being because Lex is the only one who can stop until the heroes stop it. Lex is like,
Hmm.
I'll stop it when it's a town I actually like, huh? Well, they chose him, let him die with them.
That's yeah. That's some villain logic right there.
So I'm just like, wow. I mean, the film looked great. I think another star, if you're talking about Mr. Terrific, I think we'll have to bring him up too. Well, it up. Crypto.
Crypto, yeah, that was a.
Very, very entertaining. The chemistry that Clark and Lois had in this was off the charts.
Hmm.
So they're already dating this because she already knows that he's Superman. The Justice Gang, all of them already know that he's Superman, and that was hilarious. How Guy Gardner was just being such a Guy Gardner, just like you're just
He
like,
really revealed Clark's identity to Lois, and he didn't even know that Lewis knew. Lois knew his identity. I was like, "Come on, man!"
yeah,
It's like
she's like,
superhero logic 101.
yeah, I remember, yeah, because that scene, they released that scene. They're like, how do you know Superman? She's like, oh, I just do, and he's like, do you know about the hypno glasses? Um, blah blah blah. She's like, yeah. And it's like, so he's Clark Kent, and she's like, yeah, but what if I didn't know he was Clark Kent? He's like,
Right.
oh, he told us because we're of the cloth. She's like, the what? And they
The
pointed at his
cloth and they
uniform. I was like,
punch
all
him
right,
out.
yeah, superheroes. So,
Uh,
but that was crazy. Then I mean, you had those governmental meetings, you had the conversations, like, hey, man, same. It's the same type of thing, but in a very different presented way about the conflict of this. Like, Superman went and stopped a war from happening, but
hmm.
he went without the approval or consent of the
Hmm.
U.S. government.
And
So
they
then it makes
had
it go ahead.
and they had a treaty with one of the nations that they he stopped. So it was kind of like political, like, oh, you shouldn't have done that.
So you're going against a treaty, and that's the main thing. There's a lot of plot and twists on that you need to go see the movie to see, but that's the main
Hmm.
gist of it. And it's a question, just like it's almost the same question that they asked in Man of Steel, like, hey, this man's going unchecked, unbound power, can do whatever he wants, and like he's not. There's no government oversight on him, and I mean his thing is just like I wasn't representing the United States, I was representing me. People were gonna
Hmm.
die. It's like, hey, people see it from other countries, like you're stationed pretty much in the United States, so you must rep the United States. So
Hmm.
that's a good question. You see how quickly people turn on him and all that, and then you see Flag Senior,
Hmm.
Rick Flag's dad, rest in peace. Still don't think he should have died in that Suicide Squad. Still salty, but he was going to be. I don't even know if I call him the bad guy in Peacemaker 2, Because I mean, I would want Peacemaker dead too if you killed my son.
Oh, facts.
So, so
100%.
I think he's very justified. And but and then you see all those different things and the world building. Did you see the when it was splitting up when they were had to evacuate? They were driving. They did cut a little bit, but you saw a Gotham sign there.
I did see that.
So we'll see how that goes. But it's one of those things like obviously because the Justice Gang was there and don't want to spoil another big, even though there's already pictures of her. I don't want to spoil another big person who shows up in the Superman movie. I mean, again, there's already pictures of her, but we're not going to spoil it for you. Go watch it.
Go
But
watch it.
it's someone whose movie's already next up.
Hmm.
So we'll talk about that maybe in later months. But that was a big thing when she showed up. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, I was not expecting her to show up. Like, I know, like, there was 2 to 3 cameos, which I said, that's probably the most you should do, and I think he pulled them off well with Peacemaker, and then his brother Sean Gunn as Maxwell Lord, and then this cameo.
Yeah, with every time, and he gets flack for it because he's like, oh, there's James Gunn putting someone else in his family in movies, and
Hmm.
because his brother wasn't he the isn't he the one who plays I don't think he plays in the MCU.
He plays one of Yondu's crewmates. I can't think
Well,
of his name.
he plays the new leader of it because he's the one who has the stick.
Yeah,
Dang, so is he? I don't know how those contracts work. That's beyond us. I was like, is he not in there anymore? But I mean,
I don't
he
know.
was still alive at the end of Guardians 3.
He was.
So we'll see how that goes. But nah, man, this movie, it's a great start to the new DC universe with the people
Hmm.
established and all of that. It makes you excited. I mean, Peacemaker 2, we'll see who shows up. I know he's saying it's all connected. I mean, it is all connected, but it makes me
Hmm.
more excited for obviously Lanterns, because now it's gonna be the age-old thing, like, oh, this pocket universe is rifting. I know y'all are not the only four superheroes on this planet.
Oh no, no. We Of course there's Batman because we pan to Gotham City, and of course because we know there's a Robin going to be in the Batman and Robin movie, so we know
Hmm.
there's a Robin, and of course there's going to be other heroes that he has not announced yet.
Yeah. And we already know there's two other Green Lanterns.
Hmm.
So and then Peacemaker and them you were on that dang talk show, but y'all weren't doing nothing. So
Well, Peacemaker's not really a good guy.
he's not, but he's supposed to be portrayed as such. But
Yeah,
that was
for
very
America.
but there was a scene at the end too where it's interesting where Flag is talking to one of the secretary people. He's just like, you see now? Now the metahumans are making the rules. I was like, oh boy, that
Then it
never
never ends
ends
well.
well when that line gets brought up. And I'm like, okay, all right. I would also say standouts too, even though I liked him in the other movies too. Uh, Ma and Pa Kent.
Yes. Yes.
Very chance to see like, hey, so you gotta come watch the box, or
Hmm.
or they're trying to call and they're yelling in the speaker,
Hmm.
and like in the
They
end,
were
the
good.
advice that they gave was really good.
Hmm.
So I mean, Byron,
Good fatherly advice.
what other things about this movie, man? Trying to be as spoilerless as possible.
I think the fights were done well. We had a big fight at the end, which I think was done very well.
Hmm.
Without a spoiler, I think that man's coming back in a different role.
Ultraman.
Yeah, I think he's coming back in a different role. If you,
You think they're gonna do the Superman and Lois?
I think they're going to.
What they did with Bizarre? I mean, because that's what they did with
Yeah, because he
Bizarre.
literally went into a black hole, so he's essentially could be in a different universe if he survived. We don't know if he survived, but
Hmm.
if he did, I think he's going to be Bizarre Superman.
I don't even know if he'll be Bizarro Super. I think he's gonna go the full thing.
Say it again. You kind of cut out a little
I
bit.
think he's going to be the full. I think he's going all the way because he was in the suit of like the like when they cover the guy's face, he was in the
Oh,
who suit. If you remember Superman alone, like he was contained in that suit, and then he
that's
becomes
true.
that, and then he goes to who. So yeah, yeah.
It'll be interesting. But I think that's my hypothesis. But all the fights are good, man. They just a cinematic, especially like when him and Crypto were fighting like those rogue, wherever they were calling. And he was just whooping ass. That was good. Good fights. And then
Yeah.
Mr. Terrific had his scene where he was going off.
Oh, with the secret base.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and put Lois in the little protective heel circle, I would say. Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Strikers, but and then he just went crazy with the T spears
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, I don't need your help. Like your what was one of your favorite lines? I don't need your help.
Oh yeah, when he was about to basically save the world from the Rift, the guy, one of Lex's henchmen, he's like, "Oh, do you need help?" Another co, he's like, "I don't need your help. I'm goddamn Mr. Terrific." I was like, "Yes, let him know."
Michael, man, Michael. For people who don't know, now Mr. Terrific. That's gonna be a lot of people's first time seeing Mr. Terrific on a live thing if they didn't
Mhm.
watch the Arrowverse. So yeah, Michael, he's a genius, man. He's one of the top smartest people out there. T spears and all that. So now people are getting hip to him.
The Lowe's was calling him circles. He was offended. He's like, "No, they're spheres. They're
Hmm
3D."
Yeah, so that was very, very interesting. Nah, man, like it there's a lot of things. Lex, I mean, obviously, the good guys win and all that. I don't think that's gonna be the
hmm
last time we see Lex because
No.
his whole crew gets rounded up and some of the other bad guys and the government's involvement. We'll see how this goes. I mean, we don't have another movie until what, next Supergirl's next year?
Yeah, 2026. Let me see if they have a release date. I can't remember if they do or not. Expected June 26th of 2026. So about a year, a little less than a year.
Okay, okay. No, that is not bad. That is not bad. What? Okay. But man, what other things you want to say about this movie before we start moving to some other stuff we're going to talk about in the movie?
If you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor and go see it. Go see it with fresh eyes. Don't compare it to anything other Superman movie related. Just go in there with fresh eyes. I know some people have been on the Twitterverse or say, "Oh, there's nothing like Man of Steel." Just go in there with fresh eyes. Don't even compare it to Man of Steel. Don't compare it to any other Superman movies, and go enjoy it. I think it's really good if you're unbiased.
Well, I mean, Byron, you said it, but that's what people have been doing. That's what
I
people have been doing
know.
the whole time. Because again, this is the first Superman movie, really. I mean, I guess people count BVS or whatever, but like just Superman alone since Man of Steel of 2013. But it's also the first time that we've seen Superman on movie screens
hmm
since freaking he came back randomly in the Black Adam movie and so all that. So of course everyone comparing to Henry Cavill, and you know how that goes, man. The Snyderverse and saying, "Oh yeah, July 11th is going to be bring back, restore the Snyderverse day instead." And I was like, guys,
I saw
and it got
that.
to a point where Zack Snyder and James Gunn were in a Rick and Morty episode together.
That's yep.
So I just feel like if, it's got to embrace it, man. It's just I understand, we get it. Dwayne and them messed it all up. It ended not the way we all thought it would, but we're here now with the reboot and we got support. It's
Mhm.
starting off real good. And we don't know. People could come back. Who knows? I would hope there's a few people I would want back. I saw a thing today saying who'd you want back from like the previous thing. I mean, the first one came to mind was Dr. Fate. He was
But yeah,
fantastic.
yeah, bring him back. I can't think of the actress's name, but Amanda Waller, bring her back.
I thought she was already back. Viola Davis.
Viola Davis. Oh yeah, because she's in Peacemaker. So yeah.
Hmm.
Um, who else would I want back? I think you could bring The Rock back as Black Adam because I don't think he did a bad as Black Adam, but you have to make him a Shazam villain if you do bring him back.
That was the problem.
It was.
Like that's what caused the whole thing. You're Shazam's main villain, but you don't want to fight Shazam in a Shazam movie, or you don't want Shazam in your movie, so you went around and got Superman.
Hmm.
Hey, but it's just funny because his hierarchy of power is about to change and become such a meme because it's
Hmm.
like, oh yeah, you changed it, all right. It changed so much they had to say, all right, we're done with this universe.
Yeah, you were literally the death of the DCE, which is wild.
So I mean, but there's other thing besides the Snyderverse people talking.
Hmm.
A former Superman, Dean Cain, who I mean, he does not get remembered for his Superman stuff.
Mm-mm.
He said James Gunn made a mistake calling Superman an immigrant and it's going to hurt the box office. How woke is Hollywood going to make this character? What were your initial thoughts from Dean's statement?
As a former Superman, you're a dumbass. Because it makes me feel like either you don't remember what happened in your own show, or you don't remember the origin of Superman. He's literally from another planet. He's the
Mhm.
definition of an immigrant.
Yeah.
So James Gunn calling someone an immigrant, which he truly is not a bad thing.
Yep.
I don't get it. Well, as
Yep.
a former Superman actor, I think that's what makes me more mad than just like a regular Joe Schmo. But like literally, you played Superman on TV.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep. No, no, not wrong. My biggest thing, I don't really want to get too political and all the jazz. But my biggest thing is that literally by definition, I mean, let's pull up the immigrant definition right now. And I know I had a pretty good text about it in our group. All right. Just a simple thing. Immigrant, a noun. A person who comes to live permanently in a foreign country. Biology, or animal, plant growing in a region at which it is migrated. Okay.
Hmm.
So, Superman was not born in the United States of America.
No.
He was born not just in a foreign country, he was born on a foreign planet.
Yes.
So, again, foreign planet, not country, planet, a foreign planet. So, that alone, I'm just like, okay, just general definitions, guys. That's what I think. People just want to politicize things way too much, especially with things going on.
Hmm.
But literally, by former, like literally definition, he is he's a immigrant.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? I mean, it's just so stupid because again, I'm not gonna get into political stuff. I left that for our own personal minutes. It's just so stupid. But yeah, he's because again, hey, I mean, maybe it did hurt him at the box office because certainly right now it earned 217 in its opening global box office, the most of
Hmm.
any solo superhero Superman movies, and it's currently the number one movie in the world. So hey, it may have hurt it. Maybe it would have got more. Who knows? Or maybe people were. But hey, if it hurt it so much that it's still the number one movie in the world, why not?
Right. Yeah. Dean King, get it together. But yeah, 217 million in its opening weekend. I think it had a budget of 225 million. So it's definitely close to making its money back in the week opening weekend alone.
Yeah. So we'll see how all that goes. It's all right. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, I just think it was a very bad take in all seriousness. I think it's terrible it's coming from another Superman because you really don't understand the character. I mean, And then the White House had their spoof about truth, justice, and because people are mad that it's truth, justice, and a better tomorrow now instead of
Instead
the
of the American
truth.
way.
Mm-hmm. But I'm
Yeah.
like, and then in my head, I was like, isn't the American way a better tomorrow?
Apparently
So,
not anymore. I don't know.
so I'm just like, yeah. So that's just terrible on that part. But it's just like, okay, of course, the most forgotten Superman actor ever is the one saying that.
Mhm.
Whatever, whatever. Just another Superman thing. Xbox was giving discounts. DC Universe franchise. So I know I posted this in late, but Byron, that's just so bad. This is just a
Yeah.
quick thing about the state of the DC video games because the discounts would be on the Arkham Knight remastered trilogy that's been out forever. Suicide Squad to Kill Justice League or Gotham Knights. What the heck, man? What are we doing?
That's DC, man, or James Gunn specifically, because I know you said you wanted to make video games based on the characters that are going to be in your universe. You gotta fight back, man. I know we've repeatedly said this. Marvel is kicking all ass in the gaming world. So
Yes.
y'all gotta fight back.
So that's just a funny thing. But again, now with James running this and characters can pop in and out and with the people who showed up here, I haven't shared it on our group message, but I'll actually read this one out to you. So first debuting on this podcast. Let me pull it up. It was screen time, Twitter,
Hmm.
because again, DC, so you know who they're. Who do you think should play Batman in James Gunn's DCU? And this tweet I think is 100% true. I think the most nuclear day on this app is when this casting gets announced. Because
Oh,
nothing
one
gets that app absolutely nuclear heat than a Batman casting.
100%. The day that is revealed who plays Batman and James Gunn's DC is going to be wild, depending on who they cast, or it could be amazing. You just never know with the Batman fans which way they're gonna go with casting news.
Oh, I can already tell it's going to be nuclear because I don't think it's going to be anyone that it's never anyone people actually want. And I remember when I was sitting here in disbelief when Ben Affleck, like, oh, Ben Affleck's not going to be Batman. And then it was blah blah anymore because the Batman script was supposed to be his solo movie, but then they switched it
Hmm.
around, blah blah. And then the final two were Robert Pattinson and Nicholas Hoult. And I was sitting here like Beast and the guy from Twilight.
Hmm.
And Nicholas is something too because he's trying for all these heroes and then he doesn't even get someone else. But I mean, I think he's a great. I don't do not think he would have been a good Batman. Absolutely not. And then Robert, I mean, Robert hit Batman out of the park. Still needs to do work on the
Hmm.
Bruce Wayne bit, but it's just man, it gets rough. It gets rough real quick.
Hmm.
Because even when Ben got announced in 2013, it was rough, very,
It
very
was,
rough. Because they're like
yeah,
Ben Affleck, and his
the guy who
first
played
picture,
Daredevil.
and his first picture, people are like, "What the heck?" And he's a cult classic, and to some people, he's their favorite. A lot of people, he
Hmm.
has his own following. They want him back. They make the Batfleck movie. Trends every once a week. So
Yeah,
superhero castings just get the place wild up, man.
it does. It does, because it's never someone you want
Oh,
or
fan castings are
expect.
never right. They're
No,
never
they're
right.
not. They're not.
I'm like, give that up. That will never happen.
But whoever James Gunn casts, I am going to trust him because I think he did well picking David Corenswet
Yep.
as Superman, Clark Kent. And then on the opposite side, because we know that Nicholas Hoult tried out to be Superman, but then for him to not get it, but then get the villain role and just knocks that out of the park,
That boy can't win a main hero role, man.
he cannot. The Beast may be his last superhero role. But who knows? There's other superheroes out there he may get cast as.
Dang. Now I'm just thinking him as Lex Luthor, and here we can't have his beast in Doomsday or Secret Wars. It's gonna be Kelsey Grammer's beast.
They still could surprise us.
That's true. Again, I don't know how these con. Hey, maybe because James and Kevin are friends, it could work out differently, but who
Hmm.
knows? Hey, I think with the Batman one, it's gonna have to come eventually because you cannot make no you. I'm afraid for the Clayface stuff because that is not gonna do well because everyone's gonna be asking, is Batman in the movie?
Yeah.
Because how are you
Yeah.
about to make a whole movie about Clayface?
Yeah, because Clayface is supposed to come out next year.
Mm-hmm. And we already have that person announced.
Hmm.
So what do you do?
I think to quiet fans, you have to announce it before Clayface comes out. Even if he's not in the movie, I
I
still
think you
think you
announce.
need.
I agree. I think you announce it, and then you tell him he's not in the movie. Get that out the
Yeah.
way. Because you go this whole thing, it's like, bro, what am I really about to watch a Clayface movie for?
Hmm.
It was just like almost the Penguin. It's like we're really about to watch this. It's like, where's Batman? Then obviously the last episode, finally the bat signal lights up, which that's supposed to
Hmm.
lead into Batman too. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think with that one, you announced before and said he's not going to be in the movie. So people aren't expecting him to be in the movie, and when he's not, you get all these Twitter people. Oh, I don't like Clayface because Batman wasn't in the movie.
oh yeah. Yeah.
So just nip that in the bud.
Yep, yep, yep. Yep. Anything else, Byron, man? Like this, I was really happy watching this movie. Can't wait to watch it
I
again
was.
whenever I get the chance to, or if I just, I know it's going to be hard to watch it again in the month of July because I mean, we got Fantastic Four literally in a couple of weeks, but
Hmm.
maybe after July dies down, I might go see it again or I watch it multiple times when it comes out. Can't wait to see what
Hmm.
deleted scenes were
Yep.
cut out
Deleted
and
scenes. The blooper reel is always good.
mhm.
Um, Nothing. Movie was great. It like this and Thunderbolts have like I'm not gonna say restored my love for superhero movies because it's always there, but it kind of just I'll say renewed it because both films have been good. It just makes me so hyped to see Fantastic Four.
I agree. Thunderbolts really good. Superman really good. Fantastic Four. Like it's really been going really, really well. Um, we'll see how Fantastic Four does, and also shows too. I mean, Penguin was really well.
Hmm. Daredevil, Born Again.
Daredevil, Board Again. I mean,
Ironheart
even
was good too.
I
I
mean,
enjoyed it.
shoot, I mean, you talk about the internet. A lot of people got mad about the first couple episodes, and me
Hmm.
personally, I don't like the line either. I don't know why it was, but again, she made. I don't know, man. Tony's weird because all his stuff is public, but I don't know if that part was public, where she said,
Hmm.
"Oh, if he wasn't rich, he never would have been Iron Man." And then we went through that whole arc of Tony saying you can take away all his stuff and he'll still be Iron Man. So I know
Hmm.
that pissed a lot of people off. Me, I was just like, you get what she was trying to say about the resources. Hopefully, not
Yeah,
about the guts and intelligence, because then I can see why people are pissed. But
I think it was more so because of the resources. Because we saw that she grew up in Chicago with not a lot of resources, but
right,
still ended up making a Ironheart suit.
right. So they're doing good, man. I mean, we'll see now where DC takes it. I know the president was like, "Oh, this is such a great start to the new thing in our 10-year plan and this and that." And I know the goal they said they want to do two live actions, one animated movie.
I think. Let me find that. I know I sent it in our
Yeah, which I
group
don't
chat. I
think
know it's two live action films. I want to say two animated.
I thought it was two and one.
Could be two in one. All right, so this is from Culture Crave. DC's goal is to reestablish all its best known characters and unite them in a new Justice League movie. Output goal per year: two live action films, multiple live action shows, and one animated show.
Okay, that's not bad. I mean, no,
I think
it's
it's
not.
doable.
No, it's doable. That's why when they were just like they want to do, I was like, hey, if the terrific and other stuff aren't a part of the plan, don't overdo it.
Hmm.
Like if they're part of the plans, go like because once you start overdoing it, that's when you start getting these people stress and you start getting the
Hmm.
issues. But no,
Yeah,
we definitely want more of him though. He was fantastic.
yeah. Because I'm looking on Wikipedia now, so this is what Wikipedia. I guess these are like what's been announced. So, of course, Superman, Supergirl, Clayface, The Authority, The Brave and the Bold, and Swamp Thing are their films. The other, I guess, announced films are the Untitled Teen Titans film, Untitled Untitled Bane and Deathstroke film, Sergeant Rock, Untitled Wonder Woman film, and the Untitled Justice League film.
Hmm. See, you can't be having Batman's villains get movie and not have them announced.
Right.
I now I'm forgetting that they even. Nah, I don't think that Bane thing's gonna get made. Oh, nah, I don't. Deathstroke, I could see that. Yes,
Hmm.
but Bane, no, I do not see that being made.
And then for their TV series, Creature Commandos, which came out last year, Peacemaker 2, season 2, releasing in August, Lanterns, early 2026, Waller, Paradise Lost, Booster Gold, an untitled Blue Beetle series, Creature Commandos season 2, and then Mr. Miracle are
I hope
there
the same Blue
now.
Beetle comes because actually that movie got man, y'all slept on that movie, man.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Like y'all really slept on that one.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think they should bring him back as one of the characters they should bring back from the old DCEU.
Byron, anything else, man? This movie was a breath. It was a breath of fresh air. It made you smile. It made you think about
Hmm.
life. Like it was a it was a Superman movie, we haven't had that type of bright, like champion of justice Superman movie in a while.
Yeah, I think it did what it set out to do. Good job, James Gunn. Good job to the cast, David Corn Sweat, Nicholas Hoult, Rachel Brandon, and all the other actors and actresses.
Yeah. Now, with that being said, thank you everyone for listening to L7C podcast. Go watch Superman. Let us know what you think. You will be hearing from us very soon because the next time you hear from the superhero side of the podcast will be the Fantastic Four review, which will be in about 2, 3 weeks. So, with that being said, thank you everyone for listening to the L7C podcast. Signing out. Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.